Hello everyone, welcome back to Positron Plays Illusion of Gaia. So we are still here in Euro, and I'm at the front of the line. Let's head in. No. Okay, well, whoa, you're gonna follow me around. This person thinks I'm Neil, so we're just gonna take whatever we want. Yeah, sure. So that gives us an extra point of life. And we can't drink the dark medicine because we've already powered up the dark friar. So if you hadn't gotten your red jewels in time, then you will be able to drink that there. Of course, why they're selling this in the store to the general public is beyond me. So that's what waiting in there gets us. And I figured out where the hidden strength upgrade is. It is back here. This one. Somewhere. Swear it's here somewhere. Oh, there we go. So it's in this alleyway. Well, you get to the center of this, and you can actually go in a door. Alright, and that, I believe, gives us the strength upgrade immediately. Would have had to look at the stats to figure that out, but that is what goes on there. So let's go talk to these old guys. My kitty cat here. Oh, buddy. Sorry, pal. Caught in my... There you go. Cats. Caught himself in my pants. Alright, so these two old men. Alright. Teapot enshrined at Mount Kress. Okay, and he instructs that we should go look for this teapot that they're arguing about. And that supposedly, with our power, it will do something for us? That's pretty much all we're told. And we are to head off to Mount Kress to do so. This is a dungeon that gives some people trouble. But first of all, we're actually going to go back to Watermia. Yeah, this is a weird dungeon because it's not a major dungeon. There's no mystic statue. There is a power to pick up. But otherwise, it seems like we're kind of going here for no reason. You would think we're a little more pressed for time with everything that's going on. So, the only hint you get to come back here, other than maybe you just want to see Lance and Lily, or you notice that you can go back here where typically you aren't allowed to go back to areas you've previously left. It's really the only hints you get. However, if we come back here... Hey guys. Lance's father is getting better. Oh, and he's been collecting red jewels. So... here you go. Yeah, that's, again, there's absolutely nothing to indicate that you should go back to get that other than maybe you feel like visiting them or you just happen to notice that you can. Alright, now we can actually backtrack quite a ways here. This is pretty much going to be the only time we're going to get an opportunity to do that, but there's really not anything to find back there. You could go get some of the stuff you missed in Angel Village if you did, though. Not all of it, though. Anything in Ishtar's, I don't think you can get. Or at least nothing in his puzzle rooms if you missed those. But I'm not entirely sure on that. Alright, now we have to go back out, and then we gotta go to Mount Kress. So whereas the Great Wall of China was a very will-centric dungeon, this is actually a very Frieden-centric dungeon. You can do, I think, almost the whole thing as Frieden once you get the opportunity. And it's got a pretty cool aesthetic. Huge mushrooms, plant stalks. We heard about some people talking about those plants. Some skull enemies. There's a couple of types. Some go left to right, some go up and down. And they'll cycle the screen a bit too, so if you miss one, it'll come back eventually. One of the things that gives people trouble in this dungeon in particular is it is pretty maze-like and it all looks the same. It's kind of neat looking, but it is pretty easy to get yourself turned around in here, which probably doesn't bode well for me. I certainly don't remember the layout of the dungeon much at all, other than what it looks like. I think that guy will come back up. Yeah, here we go. The enemies don't seem particularly tough so far. And I believe there's one red jewel to get in here, but it's in a treasure chest, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Again, the Psycho Slide takes care of some of these guys. There's one more enemy here? Yeah, there he is. Nice. Strength upgrade. We are free to leave this area now. Now, I'm not sure... Alright, I see where the dark space is there. We just have to actually make our way over to it. There's some gold skulls. I don't recall what those do. They seem to be mostly stationary. I'm guessing maybe they fire projectiles or something? We can walk on these mushrooms when we're close enough. Where is that dark space? I think that's a ramp. Like, I think we can spin dash over that. So let me just explore around a little bit first before I go and do that. This is the last enemy, I believe. I don't know, crazy flute spirits. Not too difficult. And nothing in here really has a lot of health. You've been keeping up on your upgrades, and that, especially that hidden one. It's pretty easy to knock out things in this dungeon. Is this a ramp too? Oh yeah, okay. Again, it's been quite a while. The later we go, yeah, the less I remember some of these dungeons. Let's wait for this. Well, yeah, he's gonna come back. There we go. I should be able to cross over. Yeah, I think I actually do need the spin dash for this. There we go. And I believe that's the only time we'll need the spin dash, so maybe to get out of the dungeon. I'm actually going to kill some more enemies before we go into the dark space, just to use up health, I guess. We're going to get a free refill in a second here. Actually, I don't think we can necessarily hit all of these enemies. And yeah, we'll just go get Frieden now. I can always come back and refill if I need to. Make sure not to miss any of these too. Alrighty. There we go, back to full. So, we got that Dark Friar upgrade, and what it does... Get a good spot to show it off here. If we let go, and then press the button again, it does that. And obliterates anything nearby. Basically does its full damage again to multiple targets. It's really, really good. I believe it also might reduce the charge time very slightly of Dark Friar. It seems like it's charging ever so slightly quicker. We can get this guy this way. There we go. You'll notice it's enough to one-shot these enemies here. So we're making a lot of use of that. Can't go that way, huh? Where are these enemies? Hmm. I may have to get those on the way out. I'm not entirely sure how to get back to those. Unless I do need will. Let me go back real quick. Let me just double check before I leave this area. Might be something where we go up and then come back down around, but just to be safe. There we go. Yeah, let's double check here. There's one south here. It's that guy. How do we get there? Oh, this guy I totally missed. Oh, does this loop around here? Oh, it does. Okay. That was very silly of me. That was a really actually good example, unintentionally, of just how ridiculous the damage window on Psycho Slider is. There we go. Okay, now we can go turn to Frieden. And this should be the last time we need to be Will until we're heading back out. Oops. Tried to do that a little too early. There we go. This is probably going to be a decently lengthy video. I remember this being a super duper long dungeon, but it's certainly, I don't think we're even halfway through it yet, so. Oh, that's Dark Space, right. I don't remember if going up one of these or the other is important. Looks like we probably couldn't get there. And this dungeon kind of really incentivizes you to be using this. The enemy placements are just really good for being able to hit them that way. Sometimes you can hit things a little bit off screen too. It's a bit finicky, but that was not a good example. Wait for him to come back. In the next dungeon, which is another major dungeon, we'll actually also show this off. There's a lot of times that there will be enemies in a square formation where you can just hit them all at once. And it does pierce too, so it's not like you lose any of the shots when you do hit an enemy. There we go, that was a good example. That spider wasn't even fully on screen when we took him out there. Nice. Health upgrade. So I see there's a treasure chest. Did we pass by that? No, I don't believe so. Let's see if I can make my way up here. Yeah. It's not always clear which of those platforms you can do that on. I might need to, oh, we got another section. Yeah, again, this area can be a little confusing because there's quite a few screens and they all more or less look the same. That spider made it off easy. There's a good showcase. Actually, I had a little slowdown in the game there. Yeah, I expect to see a lot of this because it is just incredibly, incredibly effective. This covers such a wide area. And even when you just totally miss, it still kind of gets it for you. Plus, there are just a lot of enemies in this dungeon. Heh, almost looks like we're a stone statue there, standing in that puddle. Alright, another dark space. What do we got in here? I think this might be... Yeah, it's... Oh, no, it's not. Nope, I stand corrected. I thought it was going to be the power for freedom. There is a power for freedom in this dungeon. I'm actually not entirely sure if it's missable. Because it's not at all necessary. A little hopping across the mushrooms there to get back. No treasure chest. I feel like there's got to be something else in here, though. Maybe not, after all. No, perhaps I stay... Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, because there's got to be a way to get to that treasure chest from the previous area. I bet it's right here. Yeah, here we go. And there's the red jewel for the dungeon. So that's taken care of. Any treasure chests from now on will contain mushroom drops, which are actually used for completing the dungeon. Let's take a zip along. So majestic. Now this is where it starts to get tricky once you've cleared the enemies, figuring out how many exits each area has. Alright, here we go. More enemies. Probably not gonna catch that guy. Yeah. There we go. Actually managed not to get hit there, surprisingly. I really thought he was going to catch me with that fireball. Probably... Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I'll probably wait for him to come back. You can see the hitbox, again, is just crazy large on this. There we go. How many enemies we got left here? 4. This is gonna open something. Oh, is that just a shortcut? Yeah, that is actually a very nice and convenient shortcut. You can briefly see here the speed at which the Dark Friar Burst is supposed to fly when the SNES rather, is not struggling. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, mushroom drops. Okay, so what we can do with these are create a pathway. I don't think we've gone by any of those yet. But essentially these work as the keys in this dungeon. And it was either in Watermia or Euros someone was talking about being able to do something with these. In fact, I might as well equip that now. Just a matter of finding where that is. Basically looking for frayed vines at this point. There is one area I can think of. There's a couple of screens back. I'm guessing that's what this shortcut is for here. Rather, right here. Instructing me to kind of go back here. Yeah, there it is, right there. Pretty sure that's it. So if we come over here, I don't know if it prompts you or says anything about it. No. There we go. And now we get a new area. I believe there's at least one more of those too. 20 enemies in this. And again, really, this is just an enemy gauntlet play with Frieden area. There's no health power we didn't need. There's no lore or anything, or at least not during the dungeon. I believe we get some interesting happenings when we pick up the teapot, but until then, there's no lore or anything. Much like the other dungeons where there were things to read or look at. There's none of that there. Also, there's another frayed vine. Might have to go to the next screen to find the mushroom drops for it. See, those guys have pretty high defense. They only take 17 damage, but it's more than enough to take them out. Alright, yeah, let's head to the next screen. I think, if I'm looking at this correctly, this is the frayed vine. Yep, okay, nothing to do here. What do we got here? 15 enemies and a treasure chest. Treasure chest must be mushroom drops. Don't think there's any herbs here. There might be one. Should probably be a little more diligent about picking up the dark crystals. That being the jewels that fuel our life, not the crazy puppet nightmare. Would be nice to have a full 9 lives for the end of the game. Not that I think I'll need it, but better to be safe than sorry. So I'm not sure how many herbs are left, so I would like to have a buffer to just try things out. There we go. Another health upgrade. A lot of upgrades in this dungeon. Yeah, so this must be mushroom drops. Nice. Still haven't come across the other dark space, which is a little concerned. I'm sure it's not as easy to miss as I'm worrying about, but it does seem a little strange to me. Alright, we gotta do this. There we go. Not quite sure how that works in reverse, but whatever. Didn't quite get him. I'm not sure if that's another mushroom drop place. It might be. Boy, it's really coming to light here how much little I actually know about this dungeon. I remember the aesthetic and everything and the general idea, but no. Definitely not the layout at all. 39 enemies in here. That's a little excessive. Unfortunately, we can take them out 2-3 at a time. Oh, or 4. Nice. This might be the dark space I'm thinking of. It is. Sweet. And we get the aura barrier. Frieden's second power. Now, I believe we use this the same way we use the... Maybe I only have to hit it once. Let's find out. I need to keep hitting it? No. So once you charged up, you hit L or R, and you get this crazy spinning barrier thing. I believe it blocks projectiles. The downside is that I'm pretty sure you can't use it while moving. You have to be completely still when you press L or R, otherwise you'll just block and you'll lose your charge. Makes it kind of a pain to use. You can see here, yeah. I mean, it does okay damage. The downside is just that it's kind of slow. I think you are invincible during its use. And really what it comes down to is just that the Dark Friar is so powerful after the upgrade that it's kind of not worth using. Now, if you didn't get the Dark Friar upgrade, I would definitely say that this is a very useful power, and it's pretty damn cool looking too. Just a shame that, you know, it's massively outclassed. Try to use it here. Yeah. Oh, maybe you're not invincible. But the short version is that I probably won't use it a whole lot. I'll try to use it now and then when it seems appropriate, but it's kind of an inferior Dark Friar. 17 enemies left here. Kinda getting myself a little lost in this area. I should try to be careful. Nice. There is a treasure chest here too. We'll have mushroom drops for us. Hopefully this doesn't take me all the way here. Oh, well, here's the mushroom drops at least. But I still need to go back and get the rest of those enemies. A little interesting note there too is you can see I held my charge while I was opening the chest, but it immediately removed it, even though I was holding the button when finished. Hopefully it won't take too much backtracking to get back around the other side there. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the dungeon now too. I don't think there's much more after we use these mushroom drops. I did not necessarily want to do that, but it'll work out. I think I can get that one. And there should be... yeah, here we go. Right, 6 more enemies. They are to the south. Maybe down this path? I hope. Nope, because that's going to bring me right back around. Oh, shoot. What does that ramp down there do? Probably just sends you up here. This is where the dungeon can get really confusing. Oh, there we go. There's a couple enemies. Maybe I accidentally just found the right path. I think I did. They're over there somewhere. Here we go. These the last? Yes, nice. Okay, now we can go back, use those last mushroom drops. I believe we entered this screen from south? I was about to say from the left, but I would have been wrong. Alrighty. 6 enemies left in here, I believe. 4 to go. 3 to go. This should be in a big cluster here, right? Another defense upgrade. I believe that will be it. 8 enemies here, but I'm pretty sure this is, if not the last screen, it's getting close. That is very satisfying. Come on. There we go. That was actually a pretty good use of the R barrier. Give us enough invincibility time to avoid those fires there. Nothing but a treasure chest here. Oh, we found the teapot. The most epic music you'll ever hear about a teapot. There it is. Teapot jar filled with tears. Probably from doing this dungeon. No, I shouldn't say that. So that's actually it. We just need to make our way back out of the dungeon and head back to Euro. So I'll do that off camera, and we'll continue next time in Euro. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.